Sweet. What up, everyone?
What's up, y'all?
Good to see everyone. Vibes with Sean. Happy
Absolutely.
Tuesday. So, guys, tomorrow night in about 26 hours, that's quick math right there for the gang, we're hosting a completely free live training. We're going to bring you guys completely up to speed on everything you need to know to get started, and a lot of really nice tactical information we don't share anywhere else for free as well. So 7 p.m. tomorrow night, make sure you guys get registered for that if you haven't already, and we'd love to answer any questions y'all got and such here as well.
Yeah, it's always a blast. I'm excited to see whose minds we can blow in the chat tomorrow.
Yes, you guys will notice the chat does tend to show a lot of love to the gang
during a little bit of KPF stuff. They like the Keepa sauce we dive into. Like, it's always a good time.
Oh yeah, cool. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, GSD. I think Nike's still off for new sellers, although I saw some rumblings of some listings that people are able to apply for again. So we'll see. Like the $sign version, some people are able to apply again. So who knows what's going on?
Yeah, and for anyone who's unfamiliar with that, basically, new sellers currently are restricted from applying to sell Nike, but everyone who can currently sell it can still sell it and has always been. Nothing changed with that. Adidas did something similar about a month ago, and then they reversed it. And Disney did something similar about 2 weeks ago, and then they reversed it as well. So we're obviously playing it by ear. Typically, when Amazon does stuff like this, which happens around once a year, typically as resellers, they tell you very explicitly, and they haven't in this case. So we kind of assume it's just cleaning up counterfeits and such, which should end up being a really good thing for the community as a whole.
There was a good amount of like brand reviews going around that I beat, couple of our other friends beat. Like, so they're clearly just trying to get rid of the fake socks and all that.
Which is good. Yeah, exactly. That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did something. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I think I'm lagging a little bit. My bad.
I was just going to read a question here. Can you start arbitrage on individual account? Yeah, you can. You probably want to get the business account pretty soon, though. It's $40 a month for the business account. Saves you some money, and you can use software. So if you're serious about it, you'll just get the pro account.
Can we start? Yeah, I'm a subscriber to your course. How do I get in the Discord group calls? Yeah, so you'll see them in the announcements section in terms of when they're happening live, and the Zoom recording section of the Discord when they are recorded and such.
Yeah, we want to see you on those. Those are always a blast. Last week was really good. So if you guys are in there, go watch the recording. We were diving into some back to school sourcing stuff, some figuring out some seasonality, that kind of stuff.
3 key points to check when analyzing Adidas and Puma shoes. Yeah, so here's key points to check. Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, honestly, for anything, it's going to be making sure that the offer count, so the bottom chart on Keepa, is either stable or going down. Make sure the price is either stable or going up. Right. And then a big thing specifically with shoes is because they have lots of sizes and lots of colors, for example, you want to make sure that you're not just looking at the sales rank to gauge velocity. You want to make sure you're looking at the Keepa chart to gauge velocity, because the sales rank is going to be for all the variations, all the sizes, colors, etc. Meanwhile, the Keepa chart is going to be specifically for only for that variation. So we get all the time, how do you tell which colors and sizes are selling best? Keep a chart for that specific variation as well as the review count, but mainly the Keep a chart.
Yep. Got your products active and it's flying. That's what's up, George. That's awesome, man.
Awesome. Good for you. Yeah.
See if you can buy more of it. See if you can list one as FBA or FBM, whichever one you're not currently trying. Like, see if you can turn up the volume on that.
Yeah, and so the nice thing, now that you're getting some momentum too, man, is that there's probably sellers on those listings that have similar products or products from other places and such that are going to be great, great resources to check out as well to horizontally scale, basically taking a look at, what you're currently selling and going and finding more links from there.
Yep. Tim said, just got laid off today. Damn, hate to hear that, Tim. But yeah, you could definitely make some money on the side on Amazon. Want to start making stuff work fast. Yeah. So Tim, I would dive into, we both have like 90-minute like free course videos you can start with. We also have tomorrow night the free class where we'll dive into like some really high level stuff that we don't really share anywhere else. So you can kind of get a good game plan from there. Put a few $1,000 towards learning the business in terms of just buying inventory, softwares you need, that kind of stuff, and then go from there. To be honest with you, it takes some time to start making significant income. So probably get a different job or something like that in the meantime, so you can pay the bills. But definitely start building a skill so you're not back to zero when stuff like that does happen.
How do you decide on the max price of an ASIN when you're repricing? I like the idea of looking at the historical max in terms of like the last year and go a little bit higher than that, basically.
What up, Jimmy? Yeah, Alex, if you got an ASIN to check, those are always fun.
Yeah, fire that away. Yeah. So ASIN and buy costs. ASIN and buy costs. We love to analyze that live for y'all here.
Sweet. You got that, ASIN?
Yes. All right, Alex, we need a buy cost too, family. Let's see. B08.
What price would you sell it for? So maybe buy cost dependent there. What up, Chris?
Facts. All right, let's see what we got here. 31. Okay, 31.02. Very nice and specific here. All right, let's see what we got here, man. Oops.
Probably stacking a little bit of gift card on there, maybe stacking some.
Well, that's how you you figure
that's how you get to those weird numbers, yeah.
Very specific.
FBM too, as you should be. That's what's up.
Love that. Let's see. Okay, so right off the bat here, so this guy's buy box in here at 51. So this is probably going to be a pass just on not beating the 1 to 2 rule here. Are we sure this is the right ace in here? Let's see, 31. Yeah, so we can see. So something like this. The interesting thing is here, Amazon's on this, but Amazon is not getting the buy box. Though how I'm seeing that is I can see that Amazon's price is significantly higher than that pink line here, guys, which is the buy box price. That's where the sales are actually going here, and such. Now this does sell. Looking at the offer count movement as well. The problem is this guy just ain't profitable here. Let's see. Yeah, we lose $5 a piece there.
A little too heavy to make money like that.
Super heavy, yeah. And guys, whenever you see a ton of people FBMing something that's really heavy, it tends to be that they're either doing fraud labels, which you definitely don't want to do. It's it's literally illegal.
Yeah, they're drop shipping.
Where they're essentially drop shipping, which you can't do on Amazon. That's perfectly legally allowed, at least I think. But you're not supposed to do it on Amazon. And then typically that's the case. People are doing fraud labels where they're buying illegitimate shipping labels, essentially, right there. So obviously don't do that as well. 3F. SC, KC. All right, let's see what we got. Bought for $10 each. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, here we go. Damn, this guy's moving nice here. Okay, all right, well.
You had that plugged into the cost.
Too. Yeah. So that means, ironically, I actually remember where this came from too. Excellent work. Excellent work here.
Yeah,
so this is profitable today. It has consistently been profitable over time as well, guys, because we can see, taking a look, buy box is hanging out primarily around 32, right? And I can see that the offer count's nicely going up and down as well, so that we know that this actually sells. And then if we take a look here over a year, so check this out, guys. So this is a perfect example of what a replen product looks like, right? So this is profitable, and it's been profitable over time, and we know it's selling considering that the offer count has nice movement there. So great work on whoever sent that in.
A little cameo back there.
Yeah, facts.
Do you guys prep for FBA or do you let Amazon do it? So we both use prep centers, Ninja. Yeah. So we'll both send a prep center, cost $1.50 or so a unit after you include boxes, all that kind of stuff. And then they send it to Amazon for us.
Checked it in already, and I finally got engaged today. Yeah, bro, great work. Would you guys recommend buying from Temu or AliExpress? Yes, if you're doing private label, and definitely not if you're doing online arbitrage.
Yeah, that's a quick deactivation waiting to happen.
Yeah, because that's
you're buying the Adidas on Temu. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard thing to understand is, right, like if you're buying to do private label, you're creating your own product. You're branding an existing product that you're buying raw with no logo. But if you're planning on selling stuff from those places on listings that do exist, it's going to be fake stuff.
Yep. Well, yeah, I'm at your house, Jimmy. I'm in.
Would you be able to price that at 60? Nah, definitely not. There's no buy box share going there. I couldn't get them to let me sell Funkos because I didn't have a receipt. Buy 10 from a big brand website and get a receipt and submit it like that. Yep. You probably bought that wholesale, so I'm surprised the wholesaler didn't give you
especially 800. Yeah.
Yeah, but the nice thing is you can easily solve that from Kohl's or wherever else, or Target probably sells Funkos as well.
For sure. Anyone recently ungated in supplements, vitamins, they're all shown restricted for you. Interesting. There might be there's some brands in vitamin that just don't accept ungates because it's like a health safety kind of thing. You just can't have anyone walking in, but there's still a lot of big brands that let you source. Nature's Bounty, Nature Made, like a lot of those. Plug in vitamin category on Keep Product Finder to find a bunch you can sell. I'm in the OG setup. It is a little bit like the OG setup.
I was thinking, so the big thing is the ceiling fan and then the shade of light.
Yeah, you got to have the shade of light, and there's no bed in the very background though.
Oh,
Like
that
if any of you guys have been
was
watching
signature.
since the mattress is in the background,
Yeah.
then you're a real one.
That was definitely signature. Yeah. Great value equate, Vita cost brand stuff's a great place to start. The OG, yes, sir. 2 months, but couldn't make enough to keep going. Do you think it was a bad product, or how was it in the beginning? Well, you could. Like, if other people can make it happen, you can too, right? It's either a knowledge gap or it's a action gap, right? So you got to identify, which of those it was, right? Because if other people can make it work, you can too, Edgar,
Yeah, great value equate, Vita cost. Those are all 3 more brands from Jimmy that you can sell.
I scored a Purina product at Publix, got engaged on the spot. Yeah, that's the nice thing, guys. It's like, you can go into your local Ross, Marshalls, grocery stores and just scan stuff and use SellerAmp to check. And there's a lot of stuff that's auto-ungated, honestly, too.
90s kids. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I might even tweet that. That's a lot. No, y'all see me like once every couple months, so I'll go get in the lab back up there again.
How do you sell product at buy box price if there are other sellers like yourself? So Marco, it'll rotate between, even if everything is, if it was the exact same, then you and the sellers who have everything the exact same, in terms of like stock count, price, fulfillment speed, you're all going to get the same amount of sales on that listing. So you don't have to really differentiate.
Good question here. Is Vans reseller friendly? I see IP alert, but tons of sellers on several different listings that I've checked out have several shoes ready to go from DSW. So Vans is similar to Crocs and the North Face and Columbia, where people sell it, but I'm pretty sure they used to IP complain. And a lot of people from back in the day still say that they do, as I pretty sure I know people who have gotten it as well. Now, the tough part is you see people selling that stuff. So that's just kind of up to you with your own risk and judgment around that. I'm definitely not going to recommend you sell that stuff, but a lot of big sellers do. And I think they just disregard the letters they get from the brands.
Yeah, it's one of those at your own risk thing. I don't see a lot of it happening on the Vans listings, but
the Vans listings,
you'll get nasty letters fast if you try to sell Vans. Though.
Crocs is the same way.
Crocs, yeah.
First few Crocs were from a leads list, so maybe that was my fault. Yeah, well, if you do what everyone else does, you'll get results that everyone else gets. You got to differentiate yourself.
Yeah, it's not a terrible idea though, Edgar. So with leads lists, where the way it's actually effective is if you wait a month to buy that lead, then if it stayed profitable, it'll probably stay that way. And then also use the daily information they're sending you to look at the sales. So don't buy that specific product, but there's an awesome WSS sale. Let me see what else I can find that's not that item that might be less saturated.
Any advice on how I should respond or move forward? It's just waiting for your listings to get active, quintessential. And I know that it says active, but if it's not, add to cartable on the listing. It's weird. Amazon doesn't have like a formulaic way of showing that to us basically, but pretty much just the way it works is like once it shows delivery dates and add to cart, then you're good to go. And this is why when you guys are sending inventory into FBA, you want to be pricing it higher than the current buy box. That way, even if your listings show while they're back ordered, people aren't going to undercut you as a result of that, which they might if you're pricing competitively. Your listing might show, even though the delivery date's a month out because it's still checking in, but other people are going to undercut you because they're not looking at the delivery dates.
Yeah, and ideally you're listing some of that FBM while it's on the way to checking in and all that, so you can make some sales before it's active at FBA.
I don't have either, or website. Send them your Amazon store, Thomas, your store URL, and they'll know, man. Like these companies deal with this stuff all the time, Yep.
Advice for inauthentic complaint. Second for Nike is calling up. Yeah, calling to help, John. You can usually have them look at your case and specifically, what do you not like about these documents so that you can address that complaint. To be honest, you probably just want to keep that submission rolling so they're always looking at something and just keep attaching more documents. So first time you probably just try invoices. Next time it's invoices and tracking number. Next time it's order confirmations, invoices, tracking, like whatever you got. Just keep information, kind of keep stuff for them to look at, and then call when you can.
Yeah, the CSMs, not that those are obviously different than inauthentics, but the CSMs, I've been doing I got like 3 texts this morning from people that thought it was over. And then I got it. So
are they all Nike?
Sorry?
Are they all Nike CSMs?
Oh, well, that's okay. What people are. That's what a lot of these guys are selling, So
yeah. No, it's just interesting. I've seen a lot of Nike CSMs, which I think,
which is good.
Which maybe means we got like a couple weeks, a month of pruning a lot of stuff out, and then they'll open it back up. But
thought I did something wrong. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's what we're here for, quintessential. When I buy from the suppliers, where do I make them send it? Send it to you and then eventually off to the FBA warehouse. I've done 300 FBM my first 4 days. Great work. Time to get more listings. Time to restock those products as well. And storefront stock your competitors, right? To figure out what else they're selling. How do payouts work? So basically your money gets added to your account level reserve and then every 2 weeks it's paid out. However, when you're a newer seller, they want to make sure you're not scamming people and stuff. So typically they hold the money a little bit longer and such, which is why you obviously want to, start small, build up confidence over time and such.
Yeah, you'll get paid after a month and then it's every 2 weeks, Ryan.
Yeah.
What do you mean by CSM? So CSM is like you'll get an email from like CSM brand review. And sometimes it's triggered by the brands wanting Amazon to like authenticate sellers, making sure their stuff's legit, or you get a couple like, counterfeit complaints or something. There's a team that verifies that you're buying stuff from legitimate places. So like I got one like 10 days ago or so for Nike and they said, hey, here's a specific ASIN. Give us all the documents on this specific ASIN. It was all from Nike.com. So we submitted that tracking information. Took a couple times, but we just kept providing more information. You got it approved. As long as you're buying legit stuff, the CSMs aren't really anything to sweat over. Does having no store rating lower your chance of buy box? It's ever so slightly, Dylan. It's not really the biggest deal in the world. Once you have one, you might see a little bit of increase in sales, but I wouldn't really sweat it. To get some reviews, go into your orders tab, start clicking open the orders, and there's a button that says request a review. Request review, and then it'll send an automated email from Amazon, and then they'll prompt you to leave a 5-star and all that kind of stuff.
Is it okay to use USPS shipping supplies to ship for FBM? If they're USPS orders, yeah, absolutely. If you have the funds as wholesale, good route, yeah, good work getting a heavy capital around. And the cool thing is, if you saved up a decent amount of capital as a human being, you're more than prepared to get going with that stuff. Our buddy Corey Gannum has a lot of good content on that on his YouTube as well. He does mainly wholesale stuff.
Customer Solutions Manager. If that is true, then cool. I've never really looked into what the acronym is.
Yeah. Well, that's a term for CSM. It's not good. There's also clients.
Okay.
It's
gotcha. Sweet. Yeah. And for all you guys you're asking lots of good questions and stuff. Make sure also on the list for the free Amazon class tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Got a ton of product sourcing game, all that kind of stuff we're going to dive into with you guys.
So you guys think Croc's not a great brand to sell? Well, see, that's the key. It's like, I will pretty much tell you with certainty, if you sell Crocs, they're going to send you letters threatening legal action. Now you'll also notice a lot
whether
of
or not they enforce,
exactly, sell Crocs. I don't love the idea of recommending that to you. I don't like selling that stuff myself, but a lot of people do.
Yep. Gross profit's been 19%. No, that's fairly standard, JP. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you can get that up through cashback, discounted gift cards, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you just even mentioned discounted gift cards. Add some little bonus money. You're also probably not thinking about like the 2% back you can get with like a Capital One Spark that kind of gives you a little bit of extra bonus money. But those are very, very normal numbers, JP. That's great.
Yeah, and then over time, you're going to figure out better and better how to get items way cheaper. Right. And that's going to be a massive contributor to success further on as well, guys.
Yeah. Especially where you're at. That's fantastic, though.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Drew?
Right. Shipped by JP. Come to the Mundo Amazon conference in Miami in like 2 weeks. I'll meet you.
He's Florida, right? Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's Miami, man. Him and I. Actually, JP, hit my DMs on Twitter. I did all right today for a YouTube video. I can plug you into some really good stuff in one of the one of the Rosses around here. I even have pictures of it too. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, it wasn't the typical Marshalls we do.
No. So there's one very close. Okay. You go to the all right. Oh, my bad, JP. Was it Twitter or IG, JP? Hit me up again. Because typically I have a buddy who helps me out with that stuff.
You get an email from Amazon for A to Z claim. Amazon says they cover the cost. I mean, if they're telling you they covered the cost, then that's coming out.
Which is weird though. That's like it's something you wouldn't think they do. That's just part of Amazon doing great customer service and taking care of you as well. Yeah. None, it was on X. All right, JP, let me check that, John, for you. I'll check it later today. Just bump it in the inbox. How many sales per candidate or per month should you game for so you'll get enough sales? See, now in theory, that's a really good way to think about it. However, you have to understand that pretty much only about half the competitors on a listing are going to be price competitive. If that, right? Exactly. Yeah, right. And then only like half of them are actually going to have their inventory checked in. right? Therefore, competition is only too much competition if the price is going down, which in many cases, it's almost never going to be on a listing you're going to buy, because you wouldn't even be looking at the competition if the price was going down on the Keepa, you know?
Yeah. Good question from Rich. You having trouble finding products doing reverse sourcing? Could you be looking at the wrong storefronts? So it could be a little bit of that, Rich, but I would bet that you're not doing 10 to 15 minutes of coupon research in the morning before you start diving into storefronts, so that when you look at those stores, you're not just like randomly opening products that look decent. You can like click the specific brands on the like the top part of SellerAmp and filter down to just the brands that you found some really good sales on. And as you're checking the sales every day, start writing down the best percentage codes you've seen. So it's like, all right, this is the best they've ever run. They ran it 6 months ago. I haven't seen it since then. Let me focus on looking at stores where people are selling that brand.
Yeah, and another thing that's hard to conceptualize is that almost every sort of website has an additional way, or ways in many cases, to make the items cheaper, right? Coupon codes, coupons from the extensions, holiday sales like going on right now with Mother's Day, stacking discounted gift cards on there, stacking rewards on there. That's almost always what beginners aren't doing, in that you just need to go through the checklist of each website. Do they have an extension code? Do they have a pop-up code that just pops up, email sign up? Are there discounted gift cards? Are there rewards programs, right? Is there, did customer service say there was any sort of additional discount? Am I subscribed to their website on my burner email address to get notified when they have holiday sales as well, right? And another thing that's just was like by far, I think the biggest thing that led to Warner not having success with a lot of stuff is just getting around other sellers, making friends in the community. So if you're looking for that, drop your location and like any social media pages in the chat. I'd love to help you guys connect and such too.
Absolutely. What up, Avery? We're working on it.
that shows US sites doing sales. Yeah, Sales Gazer and your burner email address as well, which you should create and put on accounts on as many websites as possible, and then they're just going to email you when there's deals.
Yep.
Save it in your email. Yeah, for order numbers, for tracking receipts and invoices, all you need to do is have a spreadsheet with the corresponding ASIN and order number of each order, and then anytime you ever need it, you just plug in that order number to your email.
Yeah, good idea to like go negative on those quantities when you get cancels and stuff, so you have a really good idea like what you actually spent compared to what got sent in, so you can track any like missing inventory, that kind of stuff as well. For beginners, when you don't use your prep, so you see packing details, should you allow Amazon to prep the units? It's not free for Amazon to prep the units, Ninja. It's like 40 cents a unit, I think, something like that.
High, yeah.
And honestly, the real cost of having Amazon prep your stuff is it reduces your lead time, because it takes Amazon usually like a week or so to prep your items for you. So then that's a week where you would have made sales if you did it in a day by yourself.
Yeah, and that's obviously no FBM with that either and such too. And FBM is great for helping you get results quick and such.
Obviously, if that's the only way you can make it work and you've got like 30 minutes a day to work on the business, then do it. It's better than not making money, but if you're trying to squeeze it, then that's the way to go.
Yeah, like one of our buddies back in the day was doing huge numbers with wholesale, and all he was doing was he would have, this is rare that you can do this, but his supplier would ship directly to Amazon and he would let Amazon prep.
Yeah, those are great suppliers.
Boom. Yeah, here we go. There's a site I source from where every new account is 15% off first order. I add in a 12% discounted gift card on top, then racked it as an extra 2-3%. That is already 30% off. Exactly, right? How many items would JP be looking at on there where nothing would be good without those discounts? That's how every website works. It's like the price typically doesn't work. As a beginner, you're like, crap, how are people making money on stuff? It's all in these discount methods, guys. I'll drop a link to a really good a good framework on getting going with that stuff in the chat too, y'all. It just kind of explains how it works. Can I ungate with an individual account? No, you need a professional one.
Sweet. Yeah, and we're diving deep on all the like different discounting methods, some sourcing methods that aren't on YouTube and all that kind of stuff tomorrow night as well. So lots of good talk on the discounting and all that here.
Okay, a shitload of people just clicked that document. So y'all clearly want the discounting methods. That's awesome.
How many did?
Like a bunch, like a couple. How much do I need to get started? Yes. So down the line here, Amazon seller account, Keepa subscription, SellerAmp subscription, Amazon accounts 40 a month, Keepa and SellerAmp are 20 a month each, 1 to 3K for inventory, get some free shipping supplies on the way from the USPS and UPS websites. And then you know, that's really all you need, like besides some products. Thanks for the link. Of course. So we actually don't record the free trainings just as a result of wanting to make them super valuable live with you guys. And such, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern here. Okay, all right. Dustin's got an ace in for the gang here. Dustin, we need a buy cost, family. We need a buy cost, though. Get this up here. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, rice aroni. Okay.
Don't use a VPN when you're trying to use discounted gift card. That makes sense. Honestly, using a VPN has led to more cancels than not recently. Some rice aroni, all right.
Interesting. So something like this.
$1.49.
$1.49. 29 or 49?
49.
49 here. All right. So right off the bat here, this is an interesting lead because the rank is very good. However, obviously this variation hasn't been around much, right? But it sells when it's in stock.
Does Amazon share buy box?
Let's see.
Not super well.
Not super well, yeah. It looks like not at all here. Yeah, so I would pass. Yeah, and we can't even see any examples of the third-party offer count going on. This is a pass, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, since the ROI is so good, if you want to spend $15 on 10 units and test it out, then it's not going to hurt.
It's definitely not going to hurt.
Worst case, you got some rice for the family if it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Like
I have access to shit tons. Ooh, okay. Figure out what other products you have access to, whether it's like a wholesale relationship or whatever. Faster moving, low margin item or high profit, slow moving preferred. On the first one, because that's how you learn, right? And then eventually you're going to find higher and higher margin, quick selling products and build out a nice catalog too.
Yeah, you want a good combo of both of them.
Yeah. Local store. Aha, Dustin. So you got to get their catalog, man, so you can figure out what other stuff they can help you get bulk up, man. Yeah, like that could be a really good angle, man. Yeah,
it's like probably like a cash and carry type vibe. Like the
type of vibe,
sales, those are super, super good. Yeah, Amazon wants all the rice aroni for themselves. Yeah, Bezos is just really hungry, something like that.
Okay, here we go. How do you know the cost of FBM shipping? So when you do FBM, you obviously enter in the weight and then you get an estimated shipping cost or shipping cost that you buy through Amazon. Go to howtofbm.com. It's going to be a good walkthrough. I'll also put in the chat here too. A link that's going to have an estimated FBM shipping cost, which is what you're going to plug in your SellerAmp calculator. But it's really important, guys, that when you're doing FBM, you scroll down and toggle SellerAmp to FBM cost so that you can, or toggle it to FBM so that you're not thinking the FBA numbers and that the FBM shipping cost is going to be adding to that. You need to toggle over to FBM so you're seeing the actual FBM numbers. Anything under a pound. Yeah, exactly. Right. And then the lower it is to 1 ounce, it's going to be around like 4 and such. Interestingly enough, an order can be pending actually for several months, but very rarely. Yeah. People are broke. Their card declining. Yeah. Very
kind of annoying sometimes, but it is what it is. Can't really kick them out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless you see like super rare, but if you see like, somebody locking a whole bunch of inventory in pending, and you might be getting targeted, but that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
If only invoice billing address matches seller account, is that acceptable? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's how we pretty much all our invoices are, because the business address is not going to be the prep center address.
Yep. Chris, look up Paul Saladino for that. He'll put you on game. He'll put you on game. Or Liver King.
Somebody's trying to get radicalized in chat.
Yeah. I know I need the 4x6 labels. There another size I need. So those you'll use for FBA and FBM. You want to have FN SKU labels. So FN SKU labels. You can get those on Amazon. There's like a bunch of different sizes on Amazon. Any of them will work if they have good reviews. Is it okay if FBM prices are similar to the buy box price? That's always going to be the case, Marco. Like every single time that's going to be the case. Sweet, cool. So any other questions y'all got here? Best way to make sure keep on SellerAmp work, good internet, good computer. Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to tell if they're working well. Like it'll show you as you're doing product research.
Got another ASIN to check out there as well.
Cool, sweet. Take a look at that here. Oops.
Make a video on how to make your first $1 million month. I don't know if either of us got there.
We'll let you know when we get there.
Yeah, we will be happy to make that video. I do have one for $1 million year, kind of breaking that down. But yeah, we're still working on the $1 million month.
All right, let's see. Cool. So let's get this ASIN review here. Let's see what we got. B08CZNR9SH. And I definitely typed that in.
You can copy from those comments.
You can?
Oh, for you can't.
I can't. Remember? Yeah. That's what I thought, man. Yeah.
For me, I can't. Yeah.
That's a dumb up. StreamYard's amazing. That's a dumb feature that they don't allow that. What was the buy cost here?
$2.
Oh, all right. This should be profitable. Yeah, unless this is really heavy here. Boom. Excellent work here. So right off the bat here, guys, we can see sales rank is good. Profit's good. Right? Now we just need to look at the Keepa chart and make sure that everything else checks out here. So
it's like a little slow seller, but ROI is enough to make it worth it.
Yeah. So check this out, guys. This has been profitable for a year straight. Excellent work, man. Awesome product. Yep. Should be able to sell, I guess, around 10 to 20 a month of these by yourself, maybe a little bit less. But you'll find out when you list it. Awesome work. And then storefront stock off this and find some more here and such. Good products to sell for Mother's Day. So it's kind of too late to sell products for Mother's Day. It's a great idea to source products during the Mother's Day sales that'll sell. And it's whatever's got a low sales rank, you know?
Yep.
Cool. Sweet. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern for the free live training. If you haven't yet been to one of those, highly recommend it. We're going to put you guys on a ton of stuff we don't share anywhere else for free and such. So we'll see y'all there. We hope you guys have a great night, and our DMs are always open if you guys have any questions.
Absolutely. Let's get after it, y'all. Let's make some money. See you guys tomorrow night.
Adios. See y'all later.